Arg, how are ye this morning time, pirates? I am here. I am awake. Kind of. Mostly alive. I did walk the dog this morning, and it is so hot out there already. Holy moly. I liked it better before I hit perimenopause when I didn't really feel the heat so much. Because I feel it now, man. It's funny, I go out there and I'm like, oh, this is what people complain about. I get it now. I used to be one of those, I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, the heat did not bother me. Yeah, well, it bothers me now.
I feel the same way. Like I was never one to like sweat in a sense unless I was really like moving about.
Mm-hmm.
Perimenopause hit and it's like an everyday thing now. And I'm like, what? I didn't do anything. Where did it come from?
I know we'd go somewhere and I bring a blanket with me and a winter coat because it would be like too cold for me, right? Like always. Not
Mm-hmm.
anymore. Not anymore. Tells you how much hormones have to do with regulating your body temperature. I'll tell you that.
I break out in a sweat just bringing the groceries in. It's
Right?
disgusting.
Yeah, the gardening I did yesterday afternoon, I literally almost passed out. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go inside.
Oh my gosh.
So I came inside and I was not like, I drank multiple of these. Actually, this is even empty right now because I've been drinking so much and just dying, dying. So I'm going to have to do it. I need to do it first thing in the morning. So obviously I can't do it during the week. So I'm going to have to do it tomorrow.
Right.
But holy moly, so hot. It's a little ridiculous. Yes, but I did finish Us Against You last night,
Mm-hmm.
the Frederick Bachman one.
Yeah.
So good, so good. I cried and cried and cried. It was so good. I think it was better than the first one. I'm not even sure you need to read the first one because he reiterates what happened
Right.
in the first one in book 2. Um I I don't know what to say, man. That man somehow or another just knows how to get me. If somebody had described his writing style to me, I'd be like, ugh, boring. But holy crap, he builds tension better than 90% of the thrillers I read. I'm like, all right, these thriller writers need to take some notes from Frederick Bachman.
Mm.
He's like, and then the child found the body. And we're like, wait, what body? Wait, what's happening? Wait, who died? It better not be
What
so and
child?
so. Oh my God, what's going on? Like, it's just, wait, what child? What's happening? Like, seriously, he just does way, way better job.
It's
Way
like,
better job.
no way, man. No way.
Um, my gosh. And then the whole, violence around it. First of all, small town. Um,
Mm.
that's one thing I didn't like about Sapiens, that nonfiction graphic novel I read. Because they were
Yeah.
they were like, why are so many societies in the world, most of them actually patriarchal? And they said, well, it can't just be because men are stronger and more violent. I'm like, have you fucking seen the world? You know what? You're not a woman. I think you need to talk to some more women.
Yeah.
I really think you need to pay a little more attention. So that's most of the things they talked about. I just found fascinating and thought provoking. And that one I just found, dude, you gotta look a little closer. Just because you're a man and you don't want to think that's why, and because you, in particular, yourself, are not a violent man, right? Um, all you have to do is look at the sports. Look what they're doing over the freaking basketball.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
I just People are losing their minds. And are most of the country doing that? No. It's a tiny, 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 you would think, insignificant amount of people. But they cause so much havoc. And then if you multiply that
Mm-hmm.
across the entire, we're just talking our country right now, across the entire country for whatever sport they're fans of. I've always said we will never have a gender equality. We'll never have gender equality until our society does not worship violent things.
That might be a very long time.
I don't know. I don't know it'll ever happen. We'd have to start over somewhere, right? Maybe the Mars Society, maybe that one has a chance. but we don't. There's no way. There's no way. So I don't think we'll ever have gender equality. But on that cheery note, let's see how chat is doing. Zwake
Friday is
says,
going to be unhinged today.
yes, it is
Welcome to
Friday.
the Unhinged Pirates ship.
It's Friday. We're tired. I finished 2 books yesterday because one was audio while I was gardening. My Brilliant Friend, which by the way, my Brilliant Friend. So here's My Brilliant Friend, right? It was good. I liked it.
But
I don't understand why it is the #1 best book of the first 25 years of this century by the New York Times, and still listed, and that was by critics and stuff. And then
Right.
still, your coffee's still gross. You might have to switch. Have you tried matcha? I'm telling you, I'm very happy with it.
well, no, it's starting to get cold.
Mm-mm.
And I just heated it up before we started, so just gotta switch to my coffee mug.
But yeah, so I don't understand why it's listed as #1. I don't. And here's why: not because it's bad or it wasn't good or I didn't like it or the writing sucked, because I didn't feel there was anything special about it. This felt exactly like every other historical fiction that I've read from a woman's perspective. There is a difference between the woman's perspective and male perspective historical fictions.
Right.
Not a single. I don't know what is different about this. So like I want to read the next one. Like I want to read this series. I liked it. I'm not saying this was bad. I'm really curious, about what the critics thought made it stick out enough to make it #1. That's what I'm curious about.
I won't read it. You said historical.
Yep, sorry. I'll put it back in there. Yeah, and it's a very typical historical fiction, so I can't see that it would be up here.
I got further in The Resurrectionist. I'm at 183. So, and I'm liking this one. It does get boring at times, so then when that happens, I just put it down and then pick up something else and then come back to it.
See, I loved it from beginning to end, moment to moment, but I love historical fiction. But there's nothing I want to do more in the world than learn. Like I would go to school forever. If I was independently wealthy, I would never stop going to school. I love to learn. There's nothing that I enjoy more than learning. That's why I had going down the South Africa hole yesterday. I'm like, ooh, I went and looked up some more South African history books. I'm like, I need some history books. So Ren, if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear them. But I'm just so curious. Like there's nothing I like more than that. So hence historical fiction is a much more fun way to learn about history. Right? It's much more entertaining, much more compelling because you're with characters than just reading a history book, right? That's why I love documentaries. So, especially when they're Ken Burns documentaries, because that man knows how to tell a story. Like he goes deep. It's like I was trying to say the other day, the American Revolution that he did, especially this is 250 years. Everyone should watch that. It's on PBS. It was amazing. He got huge stars to narrate it, by the way. But he gives us more, like I've never seen so many of the Black perspective in that. Native. He got so many Native American perspectives in American history. Like they never talk about those when they teach it to us, right? So it's so nice to get a broader picture of it. Also, I don't think I'm even ashamed to say, just realistically, because also when I read history, I always think, what would I do? Right? And during the American Revolution, I'm not sure I would have been on the rebel side. I might have been a loyalist because they were freaking animals. They were awful. They burned people's houses down. They did horrible things to people that didn't agree with them. I'm not sure I would have been on their side. So it's interesting to watch it and figure out, think about how does this affect you? What would you have done? And I'm not sure. It depends on where I was probably, right? Because some areas, the rebels are way more violent and assholey than others. So I just, very curious. And quite frankly, I would have been the wife of someone, right? So it would depend on where we were and where they were. So I'm very curious. But I highly recommend it. I think everyone should watch it. Everyone in America, anyways. And it's on PBS, so everyone should have access to it. Zwank says, Buenos dias, pirates. Happy peanut butter cookies day. Oh, I mean, I could probably make peanut butter cookies. Happy Simplicity Day. Well, that's a day I'll never celebrate. Can you see me doing Happy Simplicity Day, Alicia? There's no way. No way. Oh, did someone bring you warm coffee?
Yes, I asked them to. Put that on the counter, please. What were you saying now?
Just one of the days is Happy Simplicity Day. I'm like, I don't think I can celebrate that one. Sorry. Not. I know there's nothing in my life that's
No.
like it's my
Have
home.
you seen my house? It's not simple. My house is so chaotic right now.
Oh, I love
Maybe
that.
when the library is back together, maybe then I can participate. But until then, we've got nothing but chaos here.
I love it. I love it. And Zwig says, happy Raggedy Ann and Andy Day. Oh, that's fun. It's back to my childhood and earlier. Macaroni Bag Pie says, good morning. Still no Wi-Fi, so I'm on my phone. Oh, I'm sorry. You at least have power though, right? So that's nice. Nice to at least have power. Jean says, good morning, Kelly and Alicia. Off to get an x-ray. Ooh, well, I hope the results are what you're hoping for.
Shh. You're too loud.
You unmuted for that, Alicia. You're opposite now. Now you're muted. So you unmuted and said, shh, you're too loud, and then muted.
My brain cannot function.
See, nothing simple.
Arrgh, I walk the plank.
So I try to explain to people, like, if they didn't like stay home with their kids, you know, I'm like, I don't think you understand how hard it is to get anything done. And the kids are at home. I don't think you understand.
Yep. It's so true.
Yeah. And Zwig says, hola, Jean, Borada Mac, and listening to AC/DC. Oh, also not simple. I mean, I don't think that's the day for us. We're going to have to try some others. Maybe I'll have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch. I mean, that's pretty simple, right?
Oh, that would take me back to my simple days.
See? And Pearl says, hello. Why, hello, Pearl, and a good morning to you. Zwing says, how do I get rid of the blue balloon that comes up when you do your My First Chat for the Day? I don't know, because I don't even know what that is. Also, we've been working on some cool things to monetize the channel, like to go to it if people want to join. So Zafel and I are thinking of some cool things. Like we love cookbooks, so we even like once a month want to do like a live stream where we choose some recipes and just cook. So that could be a freaking all day stream. So if we have to like wait for something to happen, then we'll read during that time. You know what I mean? So we're kind of excited about that. I think that would be fun. So that's one of the things we want to do. So let me know if that's something y'all would be interested in. We'll even let you know ahead of time, like what ingredients you need if you want to cook with us. And Pearl says, hi there, Zwank. And Annette says, hello, everyone. Well, good afternoon, Annette. How are you? Zwank says, namaste, Pearl. And Pearl says, hi there, Annette. Lindsay says, hey, guys, how's everyone today? I'm wrapped up in a big jumper, and we have a howling wind and lashing rain. Ooh, what are you, in the Midwest America? Because they're being attacked, man. I just checked on my brother because he was in the midst of those storms last night. And, yeah, he said they're fine. He doesn't have power at work. But he's in their house. Their neighborhood is built in an old cornfield, so they don't have any like old growth trees. So they were fine that way. So they were good.
Oh, wow. Carpet people are supposed to be coming this afternoon. I just remembered.
Carpet?
So what they did is when they did the tiling in the hallway, they cut the threshold to So it's like carpet and tile, but
Mhm.
they couldn't do the transition. So the people are
Oh, so the carpet
coming
people are
to
going to do that.
fix the transition today. Then that
Nice.
part will be done. And then this weekend we build more bookcases.
Yay.
I'm excited,
Yeah.
but I'm not excited because I just want my husband to build them and he wants emotional support. I'm just like, I don't want to help.
You should help. Helping's fun. I like it. Though I say that, but my husband and I cannot work together. So he can work with the kids, or I can work with the kids, or I can work with other people, but I can't work with him because he gets mad when he's uncomfortable. And
So
I
jealous.
can't handle mad. I can't.
I can't
I
do
just
it
can't do
either.
it.
But
I cannot
I
handle
told
mad.
him, I said, you could build the bookcases and I'll paint them.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Well, who's gonna
And he
sand
was
him? You
like,
gotta
okay.
sand him.
No, he has to do that part too because I'm not good at it. He
Well,
can build and
sanding's fun.
sand and I'll paint.
I like the sanding. It's very I don't know, peaceful. I mean, I like the building too, but here's the problem. In my old age, I'm getting so much weaker. Like the gardening I did yesterday, I could not believe how little I got done for how much effort I put in, if that makes any sense. Like this is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I'm going to paint a bookcase and need like a 30-minute break. Only because these bookcases are huge.
I'm like, I'm exercising more than I ever have in my life, and I'm dying. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I don't understand.
Getting old is stupid. Let's see. Yeah, and Lindsay said that the storm is bad even for Scottish summer. I'm sorry. It's the swing in temperatures, man. That's why the storms are going across America so bad right now. Zwank says, aloha, Annette and Lindsay. Max says, I'm working on writing the final scene of this fic. Oh, yes. And I will continue reading Act 1, so I'm very excited. Though I do have to check email and stuff at the beginning. Lindsay says, I'm working and listening to What the River Knows by Isabel Benez. Very interesting historical fiction. Yeah, I want to read that one. It's on my list. Ren says, hello, everyone. Why, hello, Ren. Good to see you. Did you hear my comment about South Africa history? I'd love anything you have. Anything you'd recommend would be great. As long as it's not a textbook. Please don't give me a textbook. I don't want to read that. Pearl says, hi there, Ren. Zwank says, Jumbo, Ren. Max says, Lindsay, at least it's dramatic weather to write by. Right? That is true. I don't think Lindsay's a writer, though. I think just a reader. But maybe Crooked Kingdom. What's winning on the votes? What's winning in the votes?
Oh,
don't forget, anyone who has not voted, we need to vote on what we're reading after A Darker Shade of Magic.
Yeah, Crooked Kingdom has 8 votes. And then Dungeon Crawler Carl has 3.
What we should do next time after we read Crooked Kingdom, it looks like it's going to be, unless there's a surge come up, is we should find what or 2 on the last ones and put them up for the next thing.
Gotcha.
And Ren says, need to finish Fable for the End of the World today. I've been reading it for ages. Are you home now, Ren? Did you make it home? Ren says, hey, Pearl. Pearl says, it's gross here too today. 100% humidity already. Exactly. That's exactly what we're at. I'm like, it's already almost 90 degrees and it's 6:30 in the morning. We're at the electricity bill's going to kill us kind of time of year. That's what we're at.
They're claiming that ours is going to go down starting in August. And I believe it when I see it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll believe it when I see it too. Ren says, hey, Zwank, look, it took longer to get hot, but then it got hot immediately. Like, you know what I mean? So
we're already at 80 degrees here.
Yeah.
And we have a high of 88.
Well, like I said, I am pretty sure we were already close to 90 when I went out there this morning. Let me see. What are we right now? Right now. No, it says right now we're at 82. So we had to have only been at 80, but it felt like 90. But we are our humidity is at 88%.
The heat index, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I know I'm exaggerating at 100, but you can't get to 100. You'd be underwater, literally. But we're at 88% humidity.
No, thank you.
That's why it felt so hot, and that's why I was dying yesterday. Right? It wasn't just 90 degrees. It was in full sun, and we were, had 80 some odd % humidity. It's just your body can't cool off. I was like, oh, I wish I had a people washer because at day camp, because we always had day camp in July, which is so dang hot in Houston, right? And
Mhm.
so we would set up a people washer, which was pipes with PVC pipes with holes in them, and then you hook a hose up to it so that the kids and the adults could walk through it. And you just get like soaking wet, and it drops your body temperature, so you're not overheating.
Mm.
So I was like, I need a people washer. I can keep working. Let's see. Ren said, hey to Zwank. Annette says, the weather can't make its mind up here in Dublin. Had lashing rain and summer sunshine in the space of 15 minutes. Hey, that sounds like Florida weather.
Right?
Lindsay says, I'm too hot all the time now. I just don't cool back down when I get too hot. Oh, see? The hormones, man. Stupid
Yep.
hormones. And Molly says, you did a good job yesterday, Kelly. Why, thank you, Molly. Thank you very much. Ren says, also watched the opening FIFA World Cup game last night, and wow, Bafana is still such a disappointing team, and the MMA that was going was insane. Send those boys back ASAP. I'm sorry. I'll pretend I knew what any of those words meant.
Right?
Except I think I said FIFA, didn't I? It's FIFA. That one at least I know. And I'm pretty sure it was in Mexico, right? Because Mexico won and they were really excited. I think I just saw that on the news. And Red said, thanks for listening to my TED Talk. You're welcome, Red. And Ned says the Beartown trilogy is so good. I have to say, I'm freaking loving it. So I have the winners because I'm supposed to read it this month. So I got it from the library. But yeah, there's no way it's happening this month. But I am going to read it because I need to know. I need to know what he's doing next. Like just reading this book is actually satisfying. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end. It doesn't feel like a series. And that's what the first book was too. I'm like, wait, this is a series? But it's so good. So I'm going to be a Frederick Bachman stan. I just know it. I see why he's so popular. He had me by the throat and didn't let go until the end. He knew exactly what he was doing. The man can manipulate your emotions, let me tell you. And Zwank says, Konnichiwa, Molly. And Molly says, delicious meatshealthy.com. Is it a cool recipe? It's a
7-layer salad.
Ooh, that would be nice in this really hot, ridiculous weather.
It has lettuce, purple onions, deviled eggs.
Red onion, yeah.
I think that's cucumber.
Yeah,
the
it looks like
cherry
English
tomatoes.
cucumber. Yeah.
Peas. There's cheese and looks like bacon bits, and then there's a white layer. Maybe
it
sour
looks like
cream.
sour cream is going to be my guess. But how do you...
Dressing. Some sort of dressing.
Yeah, it's mayonnaise instead of sour cream.
Dressing.
Oh, it's got sour cream in it also. That's why.
Yeah.
See, that's not enough for me. I think I would probably mix the... and it's just iceberg lettuce. Boring. So I'm
not sure that I would put peas in my salad, though.
It's actually pretty good. Peas in the salad because it gives it a little pop of sweetness. It's nice.
I'm not a big fan of peas, so...
Oh, I love vegetables. I don't think there's any I don't like, actually.
And I don't like cucumber either, but I'll eat pickles.
They're completely different. No, it's okay. You don't have to explain it to me. But these are English cucumbers. They're actually, if you haven't had an English cucumber, maybe try that.
An English cucumber?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure by looking at these are English cucumbers.
I don't even know if my store has those. I'll look. I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah, those are definitely English cucumbers. They have way less seeds. They're not quite seedless, but almost.
Right.
Yeah, my only thing is I would want the lettuce and the onions, at least, I would toss them in something. I would dress them. Because otherwise, that's even with the dressing on top like that, it's going to be so dry. But otherwise, that looks delicious, Molly. That's very appropriate for like a 4th of July barbecue, right? The only problem is if you have to dress it right before you serve it, right? So that's probably why they didn't do it in this recipe. Because you can't like make it and then leave it because then all the lettuce will like wilt and be gross. Ren says the small group of people up to no good in every country is so bothersome. Exactly, Ren. It's ridiculous how such a small group of people can cause so much effing damage to the rest of us. Ren says we've got a lot going on with the Afrophobia, xenophobia, and no one is using their brains to realize that every single election season, local or national public officials blame foreigners for government. Right? For government failures. Exactly. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, those people picking your grapes, they're the problem. Come on. Would you just for a second open your eyes? I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse that it's not just our countries that are suffering from this ridiculous xenophobia bullshit. Swank, oh look, Swank agrees with you. She says without the cucumbers and peas for the salad.
See?
Annette says, I'm so with you on My Best Friend, Kelly. I read it, liked it, but not enough to care about reading the rest of the books. I'll probably pick them up at some point, but no urgency. That's what I have too. I put it on my list. I didn't put it as a DNF series. I'm curious, but I'm not dying to know. We're like, I want to read The Winners right now with Frederick Bachman, right? So
Right.
yeah. So I'm glad I'm not the only one. So I'm just not sure. I'm very curious why so many people decided that should be the best one, because there's some damn good books on that list. Ren says, then there's the imbalance between being fine with foreigners who are rich, but being against those who are poor. Tell us about it, considering on the news today, they were just talking about how Elon Musk, so he's a foreigner to our country, right? Where he will probably be the world's first trillionaire. Yeah.
I don't care. Because in my
I
eyes,
care.
he's out
I
of
care
touch.
a lot because the damage that causes, I'm very unhappy about it. And as Wank says, Kelly, I'm the same way. That's why I do my study books. I have a BS in history and theater. Love researching history, right? It's so fun. Yeah, my BS is in biology with a minor in chemistry and environmental science. I could have double majored with chemistry, but I didn't want to teach chemistry, so I left it down. And then my master's is in publishing. But I really want to go back and study astrophysics, because there are certain things about astrophysics I think are bullshit. So I think I need to go study it. I think it's because I don't understand the math. So I need to go take some more math classes. I only have through Cal 3. So I need to go take some more math classes.
She says.
And look, man, I love this stuff. I cannot even explain. But like, I think dark matter is bullshit. So I need to go figure out what it is that I'm missing, because it makes no sense to me at all.
I would like to go back to school as well, but I don't know what I would do.
I would also like to learn Spanish. It's just not working for me. I'm not doing it right now at all. I'm not doing anything to learn it. But every time I do, I just fail, and it's very frustrating.
No habla español?
No habla. And Jean says, what were you watching? What was I watching?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've been watching anything except the news and sprints. That's like all I watch right now. And TBR games. I love TBR game videos. I love them. And Agent T. Why, hello, Agent T. Hello. I'm on the train, so I have you turned down very quietly. Well, you don't have head things in? That drives me batty when people have it playing. I mean, I'm so glad you're here, Agent T, but that would drive me crazy. I'd be giving you side eye if I was on that train with you. Ren says, I'll see what I can find. If I can't find books, I can at least give some interesting history topics that you could look into. Oh, thank you, Ren. I would appreciate that. Agent T says, didn't even go anywhere. Got a third of the way and got stuck there for 2 hours, so decided to go home. What?
What? What happened?
Yeah, what happened? You were not on the bus for 2 hours, were you? That would not be okay. Jean says, is Alan secretly a barista?
No. He just likes being helpful.
Oh. Molly says, Zwank, it's the only way I like peas. Is not included or covered in dressing, because I mean that's okay. Max says, yeah, we're lucky we're not one of the ones who lost power, so Wi-Fi is just an annoyance. Gotcha. Jean says, how go back. How many more months of it is Alicia's home with the kids? 2 more.
They don't go back to
middle
school.
of August?
They don't go back to school until August 10th.
August 10th? Oh, it's early August. Okay, well, it's not so bad.
Yeah. No, but I feel like these days are dragging on.
And Jean says, I've never seen a blue balloon. Yes, I don't know what that is. Agent T says, have you not read The Blue Balloon, Jean? Nope. I haven't either, I guess. I don't know what it is. Swing says, Annette sounds like Texas. Yeah. Molly's brother is in northern Indiana, correct, Kelly? Yes, he is. Almost to the border of Michigan. I think we were an hour and a half from the Michigan border. My mom used to give her second husband asshole exemptions when they did projects together, but he only got a certain amount and then he had to control himself, right?
Asshole
Isn't it funny how many men
like that
I
idea.
just think it's so funny how many men do that. I'm just like, dude, just do it. What the fuck? Zwing says, ciao, Dr. T. And Ren says, I think I've got some books for you. Yay, I'm so excited. You sent them to me in Discord? And Lindsay says, just a reader, but I do a lot of typing for my work. Yep, for sure. And Ren says, I'll pop them into chat and hopefully you can star them and pick what you like. Oh, I'm so excited. Ren says, I am home. Whoop, whoop. Yay. I'm glad you made it home. I hope your mama is cooking you some amazing food. Ren says, History of South Africa from 1902 to present by Thula Simpson. Diamonds, Gold, and War. Oh, that looks good. The British, the Boers, and the Making of South Africa by Martin Meredith. That looks good. Marin Meredith. Okay, cool. And Ren says, I write what I like. Selected writings by Steve Biko. These are South African writers too, right? I prefer South African writers if I can. Lindsay says, ooh, that sounds like what they have in marathons for the runners to go through. Yes, yeah, right? Like that people washer thing. It's very similar, except we had bigger holes in it, so it wasn't just misting. Like it was wet. We want you to be wet the whole time you're drying. Some of the kids will like be shivering then, right? But don't worry, they warmed up really fast because it was hot. It's a hot. Ren says, nope, got that one. Ren says, yeah, Mexico 1-2-0. I knew they would win, but I wanted it to be either 1-0 or 0-0. Oh, can they tie in the World Cup? I thought they couldn't tie in the World Cup. I know you can regularly, but I thought the World Cup you couldn't. Again, though, I know nothing. Ren says, Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela. Is that the memoir? I should do that. Born a Crime I have. That one I am reading this year. It's on my list. So that Born a Crime I do have. Swing says, it gets so much after a menopause. No monthly visitor, no hormone fluctuations, no hot flashes, no cramps. Yeah, I need to get to the menopause stage. I'm getting close. But yeah, these hormones are killing me. Ren says, Robert Sabukwe, How Can Man Die Better by Benjamin Pogrund. Interesting. Swang says, I like wasabi peas. Ooh, I like wasabi peas too. Much better. Yeah, they are delicious. Lindsay says, what cucumbers are not English cucumbers? What's the other type? The American cucumber. Now, I don't know what y'all call them, obviously. I can look it up and figure it out so I can give you a better description. But the American ones are the sleek ones. They're completely smooth on the outside. The inside, they have bigger seeds in them. I will get some for next week and I'll show you the difference. So I don't know what they're called for you guys. I'm sorry? They're shorter and fatter, the American ones. A lot more water in them, not as much flavor. And Molly says, hilarious. Thank you. I try to stay away from Facebook, though. And Molly says, no, 7 layers actually make a head salad. You put the dressing on top. Yeah, no, I get it from the thing. I was just thinking ahead. Born a Crime has been on my TBR for over a year. I'll read it eventually. Well, maybe we could buddy read it there, Molly. Max says, oh, hey, I teach chemistry. Oh, yay. I love it. See, we have so much in common. Allie says, hell, I just could not see doing science experiments with teenage boys and chemicals. I didn't want to live that life because I was going to teach high school, was obviously since chemistry. And I was like, I just don't want to live that life. I want to do biology. Plus, biology talks about every science, and that's what I wanted to teach. Allie says, hello, everyone. I finished Throne of Glass last night. Yay, Allie! Did you finish? You finished yours too, right? Didn't you, Alicia?
Yes, I also finished it yesterday, earlier on in the day.
And I will be reading The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore. I am on page 90 of 615. Excellent. Continue the series.
I moved The Crown of Midnight today.
Yay. Zbank says, I have issues with Schrodinger's cat and quantum physics, right? Some of that is just crazy. And the Schrodinger's cat, yeah, that's because the electrons, right? Like you can either, they're like here, yes, the speed, right? So you can either know their velocity or you can no, I don't remember. See, I've got it confused too. But yeah, I really need more physics. I desperately need to know more physics. Agent T says, "You're so quiet that I can only hear you right next to my ear, so no one is sat close." Oh, okay, cool. I'll take it then. I'll take it. Annette says, "Born a Crime is excellent and one of the few times when I recommend the audio version." Oh, really? I do love Trevor Noah. I listened to his podcast. Well, I watched it on YouTube. What is it? It's hold on. I know I have one up here waiting for me. Let me find the name. Oh, wait, this is just a Trevor Noah one. It's Trevor with someone. I know I can't remember. But anyways, I love it. I like his take on politics. And he talks about things that the regular media doesn't talk about, so I actually can learn more. And Ren says, Indaba, My Children by Vusamazulu Credo Mutwa. Ooh. I'm going to look, just for the record, on the first break, guys, I'm looking up all of these books to see which ones I need to put on my TBR and which ones my library has and which ones I have to buy.
You're starting them, right?
Oh, thank you, Alicia. You're my hero. Agent T says, a tree fell on the line, so all the trains were canceled. Oh, I'm so sorry. That is awful.
I'm trying to write the titles down to send you.
Molly says, you weren't looking at the screen, so I was kind of hoping you were doing that. So I love that you're doing that. And when I can ever hire people, you're the first one. I'm hiring Alicia for the company. We could definitely use you to organize our shit around here. I just want you to know that. So people buy more books so I can hire Alicia. And Molly says, "Hi, Allie." And Swank says, "Bummer, T." HT says, "I get my money back, so it's not too bad." Allie says, "Hello, Swank and Molly." Ren says, "Usually you go into penalty kicks for 0-0. Oh, okay, cool. Jean says, "Elon has citizenship in South Africa, Canada, and America. We had a bill to not let him and his mom into the country again." Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. Wow. The Rebel thing you said you were watching on PBS. American Revolution by Ken Burns. So it's it's long, right? So there's I didn't watch it all at once. It was too much. So I just watched like one episode at a time. I think I actually still have one episode left because I'm just piecing it out, but it's so good. Just when you think you know things and you're watching that going, man, I had no idea. Nope, I didn't know that. Oh, I knew that, but wait, that's why? Okay, I didn't know that. That's how I watched that entire thing. It was fascinating. And Christina's joined us. Good morning, Christina. Sorry we're running late today. It is Friday, and it's definitely Friday. Ren says The Resurrection of Winnie Mandelaby by Sasonki.
It's The Resurrection of Winnie Mandela by.
Oh. Gotcha. That makes so much more sense. That was the one you just read, right? Didn't you just read that? I swear you just read something about Winnie. Ren says, "I also want a bill to ban Elon from the country." Yeah, I mean, can we sign that bill? Swank says, "I'm used to 7-layer dip, beans, sour cream, cheese, etc. More Mexican." Exactly, Swank. When I hear the 7-layer dip, that's Kevin's like favorite thing. Mm-hmm. He will definitely be making that for 4th of July, I am sure. Yeah, we call it N-layer dip though, because it's not always 7. Sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 9. It depends on, whether we add olives or not, whether we add, so it goes back and forth. But yes, Swank, that's where my brain went to. Apparently it's a Texas thing. Christina says, "Hi, Mac, Lindsay, Ren, Pearl, Swank, Annette, Molly, Jean, Agent T, and Allie. And remember to hydrate, feed thyself, check the laundry, take meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure you sub and ring that bell so you hopefully get notified." Jean said, "Traffic was horrible here due to Bosnian team coming in yesterday for today's game for FIFA." Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Swank, Kia ora, Mama. Allie says, "I am waiting on my Libby hold from the library for Crown of Midnight. It's a 3-week wait, sadly." Ugh. Yeah, that's quite a wait. 3 weeks, not bad though. It's every time I go to find a book that's that popular, it always says several months. So
mine had a several week wait, but I got it through Audible. So
yeah, but it's not free through Audible, so.
No, but I had some credits stored up, so I think I got like the first 5 books of that series.
Nice. Yeah, I ended up getting the Stonewall Reader. I I use my credit in Audible for that one
Mhm.
because it's all essays and interviews and stuff. So I thought audibly that would probably be better to read. And Max says labs are my favorite, but I do understand why most people don't want to deal with giving teenagers Bunsen burners. Yeah, I'd much rather them just look through the microscopes. The trick is to scare the kids enough to keep them from causing trouble. Do I look scary to you, Mac?
No.
You know, I say that, but I never had any trouble having discipline in the classroom. No trouble at all. Same with Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. I've never had trouble with that. So I say that, but I didn't actually. Wasn't an issue for me. Lindsay says American cucumbers sound more like courgettes. I thought that's just what you called cucumbers, period. Hold on, let me see. Yes. No, courgettes are zucchini. Nope. There's zucchini. Zucchini is very different. I see why you say that they sound like that, right? But zucchinis are not. They're different. We're just gonna have to buy all 3 vegetables and bring them tomorrow or next week. I mean, we eat zucchini and English cucumbers and cucumbers all the time, so we could buy all 3.
I didn't know there was a difference.
Yeah, that's right. Courgette is I forgot courgette was zucchini. I tried because on Great British Bake Off when they will do savory things, I'm like, what the heck is that? That's right.
Nope, that's not how you spell that.
Jean, by the way, some Canadian families have the history of being Empire loyalists. Yeah, I could see that. Ren, I watched the
Vader.
Winnie docuseries. Oh, that's what it was. It was a docuseries you were watching. Jean says, hey, Christina. And Allie says, hi, Christina. Ren says, the Bantu past and present, an ethnographical and historical study of the native races of South Africa. Okay, now that one sounds boring. Come on, Ren. Now, where are you reaching from? That one. Zwank says, what I hate about Libby is you wait forever and then they all arrive at the same time. Yes, I have that same problem. I have like 7 books that are just on suspend. So I will pull them up when I have time, but not right now. Ren says, all right, interesting topics coming in next. Thank you, Ren. Christina says, hi, Zafo. Allie says, I know, Zwank, that is frustrating with Libby. And Kiana has joined us just in time. We're about to go to our first sprint, I think. It's Friday. Right. It's Friday. We're doing the best we can. Allie says hi to Zafo too. Allie, Christina. He waves back.
Hello.
Ren says the last one was Google's recommendation. Oh, see? Forget Google, man. That one, that just looks boring.
It's on the list.
And I love reading textbooks in school when then you get to talk about them, right? But at home reading them, I won't do it. I just won't. I know me. That's why you need to go to school to learn certain things, because I just won't do it on my own. Ren says The Rain Queen by Mojadji. I mean, pronouncing the words is half the fun. Allie says Morning Key. And Ren says Queen Nandi, mother of Shaka Zulu. Okay, now that title sounds fun. And Swank says, Hoi Key. How much is it based on fact, though? Because I read a biography about, oh my gosh, Madam, no, the New Orleans, Marie Laveau. So I read a biography from Marie Laveau that I bought in New Orleans, and it was all conjecture. Like, they didn't know anything. Like, it was all like, well, we have this picture, but it could be one of her daughters, because some of her daughters pretended to be her. Oh, and then it could have, and we heard this, but you know what? There was, this newspaper article, but it said this. I was like, dude, you know nothing. Like, what is this book? What is this book?
It's all speculation.
It's
they
all
want her to be
a
hearsay.
I'm like, did you actually research, or were you just putting together things you heard from your childhood? Because come on, man. It was funny.
My children will be sorely disappointed when the library goes back together, because right now they're trying to play in the library.
Oh,
of course it's like, echoey, so I can hear it.
Swank says, hoi key. Christina says, big difference between zucchini and cucumbers. Yes, yeah. Zucchinis, cucumbers are eaten cold. Well, she knows. She just didn't. We use different words. Like they don't call them zucchinis in Britain. They call them courgettes, right? So that was what we were talking about. But cucumbers, they call cucumbers. But I was like, but we have an English cucumber and an American cucumber. And so I didn't know what the English word was for the English cucumber compared to the American cucumber.
I'm so confused.
And Christina says, morning, Kiana. And Kiana says, good morning, Kelly, Alicia, Ali, Swank, Christina, and Ren. Ren says, the Rain Queen and Queen Nandi are part of interesting topics, rabbit holes. Ooh, I haven't read any books on them.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds fun. Kiana says, maybe we can find like a historical fiction one or like a fantasy based on them. That would be fun to read. And Kiana says, I'm reading Kin by Tayari Jones. It is so good so far. Ooh, I was wondering about that one. And it says, I really want to read that, Kiana. I've heard so many good things. All right. So, Alicia sent me a list of books. Alicia's my favorite. Neither of us talk to our sisters. We should just be sisters. Forget them.
Yes.
All right, let's see. So we have finally made it.
We're totally
Almost.
late.
We're so late. I'm so sorry. And I have a meeting at 1, but we'll see. Molly says, on my list, Kiana. And Christina says, ooh, I see. I like zucchini bread. I do too. I like zucchini bread too.
It is good, yes. But
I make way more banana bread because it's almost always bananas we have going bad. And for zucchini bread, the zucchinis have to be fresh, right? So you can shred them and put them in there. But if I'm just going to buy a zucchini next week to show everyone what it is, or to show our, British and Irish cohorts over there what it is, then maybe I can make zucchini bread with that.
There you go.
Yeah. I did not look at the Facebook link. I stay away from Facebook, Molly man. Facebook links I won't do. Even Henry, our best friend, sends me Facebook links and I won't click them. I'm sorry. Facebook kills me.
Where was the Facebook link?
And plus, as soon as I get on a
here.
Reel of any kind, whether it is the shorts on YouTube or if it's the Facebook reels or like TikTok, I can't get off. And I have stuff to do. So for my own mental health, I don't click on them. I will just keep scrolling. It's ridiculous, my stupid brain.
It's not loading anyway.
Oh, okay. And Jean says, we almost talked an hour, right? It's madness. I'm usually better than this. Y'all are here every morning.
Yeah.
Jean says, wow, look at that. Look at that. I mean, y'all talked an hour with us. It wasn't just Alicia and I alone,
You can't blame me. I barely said anything.
Alicia's like, I was doing research. Don't look at me. You better drink that
I
coffee.
was writing down titles and yelling at children. Be quiet.
And Kiana says, hey, Annette, push it up on your TBR. Oh, Kiana, you're killing me. I'm going to learn to bake bread this year. Oh, well, if you need any pointers, I love it. The only thing I don't make is sourdough because I don't need another pet I'm keeping alive. But quick breads are easy. Love pumpkin bread too. Yeah, pumpkin bread is also pretty easy. I prefer both to banana bread. I'm sorry. Because again, banana breads, because that's usually I have bananas going bad and I need to cook them, right? So that's the one I cook the most of. Ren says, hey, Kiana. And Jean says, have you read the author Jamaica Kincaid? I have not. She's one of my favorite authors from Islands. She's very autobiographical. No, I'll have to look it up. Ren says, Kelly, I think you'll find Nadaba, my children, super interesting. All right, I will start with that one then. And Jean says, Alicia was counting words she was saying, and she didn't use her quota. Oh, so she has more words. I gotcha. My husband wishes I had a quota of words and then would just stop.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm saying I talk too much. Yeah, I know. That's what Jean was saying. You've been talking an hour. I said, I know. It's Friday. It's all Friday, though. They've been leaving lots of comments, too. We're all talking. We are communicating.
This is Unhinged Friday.
It is. It is Unhinged Friday today. We're being true pirates. We're stealing time from our time stealing. We should right now just be all having mimosas, sitting somewhere with a fan. Yep. Oh, it's Indaba. Sorry, Ren. Indaba. Gotcha. And Kiana says, banana bread, top of the list. Agreed. Christina says, I like banana bread though. I like it with nuts. I do too. I put walnuts in mine. Molly says, I think Facebook is down right now. I had problems with all my links. Maybe they're having an issue with everything with power out.
That could be.
Zwank says, I laughed so hard about sourdough being a pet to take care of. It's true, though. It's true. I donated another one. Jean says, Jamaica is from Antigua. Oh, interesting. And Molly says, if I get a chance to download that reel, I will. It is awesome. And Christina says, but it does come in handy for bananas that should have been eaten. Exactly. Which is why it's the most common. Because pumpkin, I have to have leftover pumpkin, which I never have. So I'd have to open a can of pumpkin and make it. And zucchini, we never have leftover zucchini either. If we do, it's been cooked, right? So we're eating it as leftovers because, we love it. Just olive oil, salt, pepper, throw it on the grill. Favorite way. Sometimes we'll saute in a pan real quick if we're in a hurry and don't want to do the grill. That's how we eat zucchini 90% of the time.
I have to hide vegetables in order for my children to eat them.
Well, we just had a rule that we always had them. They have to try everything on their plate, but they never have to clean it. So even if they've tried zucchini 1,000 times, we made them take a bite every single time we served it. And you know what? My son eats just about anything now. And considering he's on the spectrum, that's a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
That's almost unheard of. And my daughter's pretty good, but she got pickier as she got older. But that way it wasn't like a punishment, like you have to eat this dang thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But then they always try. I mean, my son wouldn't even eat like mashed potatoes when he was little. Like his eating was so dang picky. So we're always like, just one bite and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. And so they did it. They both did.
My daughter was that way. When she did the transition from baby food to solids, she refused anything that wasn't crunchy. So for her, I think it was a texture issue.
Yeah.
But because she would eat, and the funny thing was, is the doctor, she was like, I'm impressed because normally, I guess, when they hone in on like crunchy things, say you do like potato chips, they will only stick to one flavor. But Lorelai would eat all flavors. So as long as it was crunchy, she would eat chips, Cheez-Its, goldfish, crackers, anything. But you give her a piece of fruit or a vegetable and she wouldn't eat it.
Yeah, that's the only thing my son still won't eat is fruit. He'll eat it in a smoothie, but there's just something about fruit he just can't do. But we did, but everything else. I mean, he even loves raw oysters, for God's sake. How many people on the spectrum do you know eat raw oysters?
I don't think I'm on the spectrum and I don't eat oysters.
Yeah, well, you have a much pickier diet than
like
any of my kids.
I don't eat seafood. I mean, you're lucky I'll eat tuna fish, or I will eat authentic crab meat. I won't eat the imitation. But I
like all the things. And my husband used to be pickier, which I think is probably like my daughter is more like him in a lot of ways. So I think her being pickier has a lot to do. But as he's gotten older, he's not as picky as he used to be.
I will try things, but
he even puts mayonnaise on his sandwiches now. You did not always. I remember very clearly. I'm like, how can you eat that? It is so dry. Yeah, it was crazy. Hold on, I'm getting it. And Ren says, no worries, I spelt it wrong. Oh, we're all good. We'll work it out. Alicia will figure it out for me.
What did I do now?
And nothing. The name starts with an I. So instead of Indaba, it was Indaba with the I.
I think I put it. Yes. I got you.
Excellent. I knew you would. I had faith. Let's see. Christina says my grandma used to put the dark nanas in the freezer until she was ready to make it. Yeah, I mean, I've done that before too. But usually if I put them in the freezer, I freaking forget about them. So I just need to make it right away. And Swank says, I have a box of pumpkin bread for Summerween, June 22nd. Ooh. I mean, I can send you a recipe for pumpkin bread. It is so easy to make homemade. I mean, it's like the mix. You just mix everything together and then throw it in the oven. I love quick breads. Quick breads are easy. Jean says, does Alicia like zucchini? I don't know. Do you like zucchini? No? Oh, she's muted. Hold on. Give her just a minute. Molly says, I have the start of Wonderthon at 6 p.m. and the start of Face Off for that for TAT at noon. And I don't want to start anything before then. What shall I do?
What?
I mean, you
what
could
was-
like listen to an album. Do you like zucchini?
Yes. I put it
There you
in my there's a recipe that I want to make again. It's called panini beef bake,
Mm.
and it has zucchini and something else. Hello. But you have to like chop up zucchini and then I don't think it's carrots. I'll find the recipe and let you know. But that's about the only way I can get my children to eat it.
We like stuffed zucchini too. We don't do stuffed green peppers or tomatoes, but stuffed zucchini is delicious. We'll
My
pull
kids-
out the seeds out of the middle and then put breadcrumbs and either sausage or ground meat, and lots of herbs and delicious things, and just put that right in the middle of the zucchini, and it's so good.
My kids
And
love
Parmesan cheese,
the-
it's required.
what is it? Stuffed green peppers? My kids will eat that.
Oh, that's cool. They might eat stuffed zucchini too then. Use the same stuffing, put it in zucchini instead and see what happens. Let's see. And Christina says, I love zucchinis on the grill. Molly says, Zwank, that's the Discord you sent me, right? And Zwank says, Molly, make bread. And Annette says, any reviews to catch up on Molly? Graphic novel. Oh, that's a good idea, Annette. Yeah, any of those? Molly says, you get me. You really, really get me. And my black heart. I'm assuming that's to Swank. Molly says, I don't have any zucchini or bananas, though, Swank. Kiana says, my awesome baby won't eat fruit either, right? I think that's pretty common, Kiana, from what I've seen anyways. That's the one thing. He'll everything else, but he just won't eat fruit unless it's in a smoothie. So that makes me think it's a texture thing. And Christina says, we have a 3-bite rule because the first bite they never like. 2 bites still may have the attitude. 3rd, they actually taste it. But then they can tell me what they don't like about it. In other words, like the texture or whatever. Yeah, no, 1 bite. But next time we make it, even if they didn't like it last time, they have to have 1 bite again. And we do that every single time.
Yep.
So, and because we did, they eat. They both eat. And they're adventuresome eaters. They'll go to a restaurant and try something new.
Once Lorelai had her food therapy, it was like everything exploded. Like she just went to town. And it was funny because her therapist said normally when they introduce fruit for food therapy, kids will go after strawberries or blueberries. She went after mandarin oranges.
Well, I mean, those are pretty popular with kids, though. So I think it's weird that they just go after strawberries or blueberries.
Yeah.
I don't know any kids that don't like the mandarin oranges, except,
The only
mine.
thing
My
that
son.
she doesn't really eat fruit wise is bananas.
I mean, they are a weird texture. I can understand that.
Yeah.
And they have to be just right. That's with cantaloupe. That's why I like to put the tahini on it. Like the cantaloupe has to be just right. So the tahini hides it when it's not just right. There's nothing. Let's see. Swank said, no. Kiana says she also won't eat salmon, but she eats everything else. Now, salmon, my daughter won't eat, but she'll eat all the other fish. Salmon does have a very different flavor, so I get that. I understand that. Swank says there's nothing wrong with white bread. It's a good reciprocal for other things. I hate white bread unless I made it. I love my homemade white bread, but I can't eat white bread from the store. The texture is just off for me. Jean says, I don't understand why Swank's comment about white bread had to be approved. I don't either. There must be something about white bread we don't know. Like that must mean something else.
Probably
be
because of the word white.
Yeah, I'm going to guess white bread means something else. Zwank says, sorry, I forgot about what Discord you mean. Jean says, I put zucchini in my spaghetti sauce and some other vegetable. I do like to chop up zucchini when I make rigatoni. So I'll use the rigatoni noodles, my homemade tomato sauce, and I'll put zucchini in that, and a ton of mozzarella cheese and bake it. So that is one of the ways that I would hide vegetables with my kids, and it's still one of my favorite meals. And Christina says, I was thinking the same thing, Jean. And Molly says, Down Detector is showing Facebook started having problems at 9 a.m. Huh, interesting. And good idea about reviews, Annette. And Christina says, I can only eat bananas in something like cereal or ice cream, smoothie. If I try to eat them plain, they dry out my mouth like eating a cotton ball. I actually can understand that too. Yeah. All right. I'm going to say we should probably do a sprint today sometime.
Yeah, we need to get into some sprints. We are way
Ah,
behind schedule today.
I'm so serious. I mean, look, I've been on it all week, right? So I am tired today, and we're going out tonight, and I don't wanna, so that's stressing me out.
And I don't wanna.
Because
This is my party. I don't wanna.
we're going to my least favorite bar. It's called Hop Scholar because it's so dark in there. I'm like, why do we have to go to a cave? You know how I like my light. I'm like,
Mhm.
why? So I hate the cave. And then I don't drink, so I'm gonna have to be around all these stupid drunk people. Including the stupid drunk people I love, but still, drunk people are stupid.
Are you taking
And
a book?
I'm not taking a book. It'll be too loud. I think. Well, no, I'm taking.
No,
I
that's
always
true.
take a book, but I don't. I don't think I'll have time to read. But what I am going to do, my compromise is we're bringing board games, so at least we can do
Ooh.
something because I can't. I can't just sit there. Um,
Right.
so we're gonna bring
That's
some
fair.
board games so that we can, and then I can get my drunk ass husband home. There's a special release they're doing. It's a combo beer between two beer companies down here or something. So it's a special event. It'll probably be crowded. We're going early so we can get a table.
Interesting.
And I don't want to go.
I
I
will
will
just
have
go.
fun when I get there though. That's why I make myself do it. Right? Once I get there and we sit down and start playing video games, it'll be fine. But I have to get myself to that point.
I just be like, I don't want to go.
Yep. Nope. I need to go. I mean, I have not been spending a lot of time with my husband anyway, so we should probably spend time together. The problem is, in my opinion, drunk sober time is not quality time.
Agreed.
So that's part of my problem with the whole thing. So, all right. We are going to start our first sprint at 9:06. I don't know we've ever been this late before. This is a new record.
No, yes. This is a new record for sure.
All right, here we go. 30 minutes. And believe it or not, we did a sprint. We actually did a sprint.
Yay!
It's a miracle. I'm so sorry for everyone who watches this later to try to get stuff done. Maybe watch Thursday again.
Yeah. That was more productive.
That was definitely more normal.
Today is unhinged.
Yes. Yeah, Max says it's Friday, the most difficult day for getting work done. Yeah, apparently.
Mhm.
Apparently. I've definitely failed at this, let me say. And Angie says, good morning, pirate friends. I'm working and listening to Kingdom of Ash for now. Ooh, that sounds very ominous. I've started the Lilac People, and it's just the beginning, and my heart is already broken. Just, I don't know. I guess my guilt never ends, even though I wasn't alive at that time. The guilt is never ending. I did not know that after World War II, when we freed people from concentration camps, that we took all of the queer people and locked them up.
I did not know that.
I didn't either. That's what I mean about history, right? They only tell you what they want you to know. Like, yeah. Anyways, Greatest Generation, my fucking ass. Okay. And Vanessa waves. Why, hello, Vanessa. So good to see you. Morning, pirates are. And Vanessa says, I stayed up way too late last night reading King's Sorrow, so I'm driving today. Oh, I'm so sorry. I actually got sleep last night. I'm awake. It's just Friday, and my brain is exhausted. I've done really well this week, I have to say. Like, even started writing again yesterday, right? So I do need to at least read some in my book so that I can stay with it. I don't want to start over 1,000 times, right? Yeah, so my body is fine. My brain is exhausted. And Vanessa says, oh no, I did that. One of the lesser known prices of reading, right? I don't know. I think it's pretty well known among our circles anyways. But yes, I think the wider world is probably not aware of this consequence.
Nope.
Alicia says hello to Vanessa. Vanessa says morning, Alicia. Mac says, wait, I finished the story, but I have no way of getting it off my computer to send to the artist without Wi-Fi. I'm going to need to figure this out. You can't send it through your phone's Wi-Fi? Like, I could do it when I connect my laptop to my phone. I can do everything I can do on my Wi-Fi at home. Mel says, on phone with mom. Oh, well, I hope it goes well. Kiana says 112 out of 346 of kin. And Swank says, ciao, Vanessa. Pearl says, still here, lurking while I get ready to hit the road. And Vanessa says, buongiorno, Swank. Como stai? Annette says, made some coffee and knocked out a NetGalley review. Yay!
Nice.
Swank says, salva, Angie. Annette says, I'm hopefully reading the Lilac People as part of Here Kid 3. Yeah, that's what this is my trans for Here Kid 1. And it's educational, I have to say. It's also really sad, just like when I read A Thousand Splendid Suns, where the rights of women in Afghanistan, they had rights and they didn't. Then they had, it goes up and down and up and down. I'm like, that's the worst part. Like, how do you live like that? Up and down and up and down, never knowing how to raise your daughters because you never know what world they're going to face, right? Well, this one is the same thing. They were actually starting to get some rights. They're called the third gender at this time. I'm fascinated by that. And they're using the old terms, so they're not using transgender because that's not what they were called in the early 1900s. But it says there's a whole warning at the front, which I really liked. It says, please note that all terms used in this novel reflect the story's era. Terms such as transvestite are outdated and should be avoided when referring to transgender people of today. So I really like that they did that. So they're keeping it authentic to the time, but they want you to know this is of the time. We don't live in that time anymore. Please use the proper terms. And I really, really like that they put that note at the beginning. I'm quite enjoying it. Talk about eye-opening. Like I said, I love to learn, right? And I'm learning a lot. But yeah, they were starting. So like I said, they were called, he was reading one that was, oh my gosh, what was the newspaper called? There's a lot of German in this too. So I like that's like refreshing my memory. Um,
I don't know if you can hear her.
no.
Isis is in the library. Meow.
She wants to play with the kids. She likes the echo.
Here, we'll go on a field trip.
Yeah. And I found this randomly. It's one of the ones when I got a Barnes and Noble, or a big box store. So I chose to go to Barnes and Noble for one of my rewards. And I could only get 4 books. And one of them was like what I'd never heard of. And this is the one I picked up. I couldn't walk away from that cover. And because it was trans, between this cover and it being trans, I was like, I have to have this book. So I'm glad I'm reading it. Isis. Oh. Nope, all I see is color or bright because the window, but there we
There
go.
it goes. What are you doing? You make me travel all this way.
She's like, it sounds weird in here.
But there's the floor.
It's so pretty. I love it. I love it. It'll be less echoey once you get the bookshelves and the rug in there.
There's the hallway.
And Angie says, ooh, King Sorrow's on my list this month. Ooh, this month. I'm so jealous. I did buy it when it was on sale, so I have the ebook copy, but I don't even have it on the list for this year, unfortunately. But we'll see. You know my TBR game likes to just do shit, so we'll see if it pops up randomly.
You never know.
You never know with that TBR game, which is the fun of it. I actually like it. I mean, I wouldn't have read Us Against You anytime soon if it hadn't popped up in the game last month. So
that's true.
And I regret nothing. I loved that book. And Annette says, it's so good, Angie. And Vanessa says, Angie, it took me a little while to get into it, but it's excellent. Ren says, made it to 40%. Yay! Max says, I used a cord to manually move it. For some reason, my computer isn't cooperating with phone hotspot today. Ah, gotcha. Vanessa says, King Sorrow is written very much in his dad's style. It's like a love letter to his dad. Oh, I love that.
Oh.
Swank says, Vanessa, sono stanco ada morina?
What?
Ada morina. Annette says, it really is, Vanessa. And Swank says, pretty floor. Love the floor, Lindsay says. And Vanessa also agrees. The floor looks so good.
I know.
And Allie says, I got to page 103 in the Christmas Tree Farm. Yay.
That's a fast read because she's just starting that.
Yep. And Vanessa says, Zwank, ancha io. Sorry, I do not know Italian at all, so I'm just pronouncing it like I would Spanish. So I apologize. Doing the best I can. Awesome. All right. I think I am going to read some of my manuscript next sprint. And I think we can skip the last 2 minutes since we're so effing far behind anyway. So let me switch the thing. And here we go. Second sprint.
He said, can we have lunch?
Did you tell him? It's only 10:45, dude.
Exactly.
All right. Here we go. Oh, and that is our second sprint. I'm actually in the midst of sending an email. Look at me. Who am I? So I need to get this email out. And while I'm in the email, I have like 3 more I need to send. So I think I'll just do them all at once. Makes sense, right? Doesn't that make sense?
Sure.
Such enthusiastic support. Let's see. And how'd you do that sprint?
Well, I sent you a message because I couldn't decide on what book tracker thing I wanted, so I'm gonna go with the blue one. Ironically, I sent it also to my husband to see what he would say, and he also very quickly was like blue. And I was like,
I love it.
all right then, blue it is. So now I'm trying to find one of those like little thumb things that you can put to hold your book while you're reading it.
Mm,
I'm trying to find one of those that I like
nice.
because I still
Nice,
have
nice,
birthday
nice.
monies left. So I figured between those things, and then I'm also looking for more of my yoga pants.
Mm.
Um, but apparently they're non-existent. So
That's frustrating.
I don't know what I'm gonna do because I like my yoga pants, but they need to be in a slightly bigger size. Because I like them when they have pockets.
Yes. Yes. That's when I started to look. I bought 4 yoga pants, I don't know, over a year ago now. And I didn't look for the pockets, and 2 of them had pockets and 2 of them didn't. And I didn't even notice. And I was like, for now on, I will always check.
Right? And I don't like the ones that are like very skin tight. I like the flare ones at the bottom. So trying to find both flare yoga pants and it has pockets. I know they exist because I have 2 pair, but I can't find them again. Oh
See,
my
I need the
God.
tight ones because I'm always too short. So if I get any flare ones, I'm walking on them.
I don't have that problem. But
Must be nice. Must be nice.
I just don't
Uh,
like skin tight things. It bothers me.
it's like getting a hug. My weighted blanket makes me so happy. I can't even tell you. Let's see. Let's see how chat did. Lindsay said, I guess it's snack time in Alicia's house, right? Right.
Yes.
And Jean says, got my x-ray. Alicia says, I'm having a snack. I don't know what the kids are doing, but I'm totally having a snack.
That's my
We
snack.
got more strawberry ones. Yummy, yummy.
I know.
And Jean got their x-ray. I hope it is all good. I hope you have good news from that x-ray. Molly says, now on hold with the vet. Oh no, is something wrong with the kitties? Are they okay?
Oh no.
And Max says, XO did. Kisses and hugs? Is that kisses and hugs? Allie says, I got to page 115 in the Christmas tree farm. Nice. And Red made it to 47%. Good progress, guys. Vanessa says, I set up my spinner wheel and am checking bills to see if I missed any last week. Also confirmed my schedule for the In Your Right Mind workshop I'm teaching at in a couple of weeks. Nice. Ren says, did you end up finding a book you liked in the first sprint? No, I'm looking at a couple of them. I only looked at the first 2 just now. And the first one is 1,000 pages, first of all. But it is not available. Like I can't get it unless I buy a used copy. So I'm looking at the next 2. So we will see what happens next time, but I will let you know. And Angie says, I took a shower and got to chapter 60 in my book. Nicely done. Annette says, finish my coffee and another review, then futzed around with the Hurkit planner to try to fit in some new arcs. I like that. I like that. Zwang says, finish morning pages, first sprint, and halfway through my study books. Excellent. All right. So let us get this last sprint done, and hopefully you will get through the last study books. And I am going to skip 5 minutes again. We talked for an hour, so we've got a half hour to spare here. So let's get to this last sprint, and I'm going to send the email and continue to research those books that Ren suggested. Here we go. And there was our last sprint. And I got 2 more emails sent out, and I got a book prepped. So we're about to do a cover reveal and book launch for book 2 in Blind Angels series. So very excited. And book 2 is so good. How'd you do, Alicia?
I went down an Amazon and an Etsy rabbit hole. That's what I did. Etsy, I found some strawberry themed stickers and washi tape.
Oh, fun.
So I'm going to use those in my planner. And then I also found some of the thumb things for holding your book open. One of them is resin and it has your like birth month flower in it. So I'm going to get that. And then on Amazon, my husband was talking about these like fruit containers that are supposed to help keep the fruit so it lasts longer instead of just going bad immediately. Because we've just been keeping it in the container that it comes in, and apparently that's a no-no. From what I've heard, I don't know. I'm researching it.
We eat it so fast it doesn't matter.
I wish we did, but we don't. And then my son chewed on his Stanley straw. So I'm buying replacement straws. And then, of course, I got the Small Miracles book. I don't know how that ended up in my cart.
Oh, no. You won't
but
regret it. It was so good. So good.
Right? So I want to, and then I'm waiting for a response from my husband because I don't know if he has inkjet or laser for his color printer. But the sticker paper that I found should work either way. But I'm thinking of trying that paper because it's more of like I have a glossy or a matte version I can choose from.
Mhm.
But I'm thinking that will be better for when I print book covers
Mm.
because the paper I'm using is like a shipping label. And yes, it works, but depending on how I cut the book out, when I peel the backing off, it's not all one piece. So if I have to like slightly fold it to get the 2 pieces of backing off, then it leaves a crease in the cover.
Oh.
So, and I don't like that.
Right.
So I want to try this new paper that is either glossy. I'll probably go with a matte because I don't need it to be glossy.
Mhm.
But if it will help and not have lines in it, then I'll do that.
I love it. I love it. That would be perfect.
That's what
Way cheaper to print them than buy them sometimes.
Exactly, because I was looking on Etsy and for people who do print it, but like you have to have like a list or like a Goodreads shelf that you can like send the link to. And I was like, dude, if I could just do this myself, then that saves me money because then I don't have to worry about them printing it and then packaging it and shipping it. And I could just go, hey, what can I use your printer?
How can I make this work for me?
Exactly. The most efficient way possible, please.
Makes sense to me. I did also, Ren, if you're still here, I did find the Diamonds, Gold, and War, the British, the Boers, and the Making of South Africa. That one looks really good. So I added that one in, and I can get that one at my library as well. And the Nelson Mandela one, I already had on my list, so I just haven't read it yet. So I don't know if I have it on my Goodreads list, though. Hold on.
These things are so addictive.
I do not have it on my Goodreads list. I'll add it to my Goodreads list. Yeah, my daughter came with some chocolate-covered strawberries. It wasn't the same brand, but I laughed. I was like, are these, like, popular right now? Is this the new thing? That's They were dang good, too, so I get it. Let's see how everyone else did on that last sprint before the weekend. What? Though tomorrow I'm going to very, very excitedly get up and walk the dog and then do the garden. So I'm such a party animal. The Blind Angel series is by Terry Madden, Madden. It is a hard sci-fi, and it's really good. And the first book, there's a few rough spots in it, but I mean the story's really strong. And then the second book, it's just freaking unbelievable, so good. So I loved it. I loved it. But yeah, so that second book will be coming out, and I'm excited. I think there's just one more too to finish it off.
I was like, where are you at in the comments?
Sorry, I just saw that first, and so I was like, I'm just going to answer this while I am here.
Oh.
And Angie says, I took a shower and got to chapter 60 in my book. I read that one, finished coffee. I'm trying to figure out where I was last time. Vanessa, gonna grab some food. Excellent. And only for a page.
Daniela, I think her name is.
Daniela. Thank you. I'm like, I can't remember. I'm so sorry. Daniela, hello. How are you? Just stopping by to say hi from my sprints. Hope you're having a great day or a great morning. We are. Thank you so much for stopping by. And Molly says boiling water, but not watching it for pasta salad. And Dee Dee joined us. Why, hello, Dee Dee. Shimmy's in. Hey. It's so good to see you. How are you on this fine Friday? Are you ready for the weekend? Molly says, Dee Dee. And Max says, back from walking my dog and finally got my computer to hook up to my phone internet connection. So that's a win. Absolutely, it is. You can get that off to your artist now. And Chris has joined us. Why, hello, Chris. It is good to see you. How has Friday treated you so far? When I first turned on the sprint, the angle of the chair and your hair made it look like you had become Mother Superior, Kelly. To be fair, you have admitted to being saintly. Have I? I'm not sure that's one of my admittances. And Chris says, I also say hello to Cha-Cha champion Didi of Belgravia. Ooh, my gosh, Didi, you have such large accomplishments I didn't even know about. And oh my gosh, I forget. I need your help. J.A.?
Jordan.
Hello, Jordan. It is good to see you. I'm sorry, you're just going to have to come more often so I can remember your name. I'm sorry, that's just the deal. You're just going to have to be here every morning. And hello. How are you today? And Molly says, hi, Jordan. Oh, see, now if I'd gone one step longer, thank you, Molly. Hi, Jordan, who at least included me in everyone, but not Chris, who only wants to greet Kelly and Dee Dee. Molly's not salty at all. Lindsay says, yeah, I'm done working for today, and I'm off on Monday. Some people got an extra day off as Scotland got into the World Cup. Ooh, but our game is at 2 a.m. on Sunday morning, so I'm not staying up for that. You're like, I don't really care that much. Yeah, that would be me. I'm like, sports ball, let me know how it turned out in the morning. Molly says, eek, who would? Oh, plenty of people. Are you kidding? Plenty, especially for the World Cup. There'll be lots of people staying up till 2 a.m. That's why so many people will have Monday off, just like Lindsay said. Lindsay says, there's been lots of stories in our news about people whose ESTAs have been revoked, so they can't travel to the football games. What? Whose visas have been? What?
That's not cool.
And that says, hello, Dee Dee, Chris, and Jordan. Max says, thanks for the sprints. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. I hope you got your story out. Vanessa says, working on social media scheduling. Thank you for sprints. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Ali says, I got to page 138 in the Christmas Tree Farm. Lindsay says, who is Blind Angel series by? That's the question I answered. It's the first one I saw when I got it. I'm like, oh, I'll answer it now. Ren says, made it to 56%. Thanks for sprints. Kelly and Alicia, absolutely. Thank you for being here. Have a great time at home this weekend. And Annette says, oh, exciting, Kelly. Blind Angels is on my Here Kid TBR. Yay! So you'll be able to dive right into book 2. Allie says, thanks for the sprints, Kelly and Alicia. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Molly says, have a good weekend, Vanessa. And Annette says, Lindsay, it's by Terry Madden. Oh, look, Annette got it, even though I tried to answer in a timely manner. Thank you, Annette. Swank says, hola, Dee Dee, Jordan, and Chris. And Chris says, Molly, I would include you if I saw you. And hello to Annette and Alicia. Molly says,
Hello.
adding a paper towel to the container helps. Oh, to the container you leave it in for the fruit? Yeah, makes sense. And Molly says, Chris. And Mama says, Vanessa, Chris. Christine says, next time Pirates is on Monday. Yes, it is. And just quick reminder for next week is that I will be here Monday and Tuesday, and Alicia is taking Wednesday and Thursday, and I'll be back for Friday because I am heading to Tyler, Texas to do a talk at a writers group. So I'm going to head up that way. And I look to see what indie bookstores they have. So, of course, I'm going to go visit one of those.
There you go.
Annette says, I actually read in the Sprint Drop Dead Famous by Jennifer Pearson, a YA thriller. I needed a fluff read today. I can get behind that. I understand that. Zwank says, thanks for Sprint. See y'all Monday. And Allie says, hi, Vanessa. Have a good weekend. Christina says, and Alicia's Sunday sprints. Absolutely. We shall see if I'm there. I think I might be able to make the middle of them because I have my meeting at 10, and then I should be able to hit your sprints. And I book club at 3. So it's going to depend on what it looks like in the middle there. And Chris says, hello to Ren. Christina, hope your day is going well. Jean says, my Kindle was overheating in the sun. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. Jean says, but I am back. And Ren says, hey, Christina. Hey, Chris. Oh, you want to put your Discord in the thing again? Because I'm going to talk about the poll. Also, so you know, our next book for 100 pages book club is up for vote. We have in there Dungeon Crawler Carl, Crooked Kingdom, and The Deal by L. Kennedy. So those are the 3 that you get to vote on. Yes, so please make sure to vote because we will close the vote next Wednesday and announce which book won. And right now it's a landslide with Crooked Kingdom. So if you want anything else, you better get in there and vote. If you want Crooked Kingdom, you should still get in there and vote so that we know it was a landslide. So anyone who didn't want it, we could be like, sorry, man, the people spoke. Jean says, mystery might be solved by the end of the day if I broke my finger or just bruised.
Ow.
By the end of the day, they couldn't just look at it right away, the x-ray? That's weird. Ren says, happy you found something, Kelly. Yes. So that's at least 2, but I'll keep looking. So I've only got through the beginning of that list. But that one looks really good. So I'm excited for that one.
I know my password is not wrong, but they will not let me into Discord.
Uh-oh.
Of course, I'm trying to do it on my computer, so I'm going to go through my phone.
Okay. And Allie says, welcome back, Jean, and sorry about your overheated Kindle. Yeah, that's frustrating. Jean says, we had to study the Boer War in elementary school. No, we didn't touch the Boer War in this country. Never touched. I never even heard of it until I went to college. And even then, it was only brushed over. And I didn't hear it in school, even in college. We do American history and we do European history, and that's about it. And I mean USA, not American history. I wish we did more American history, but we don't. That's why I know nothing about Canada, too. And Christina has Daniela's sprints up. Thank you very much. So we've got those up if we would like to go there next. Christina says, for more sprinty fun and readathon info, don't forget to check out the BookTube Bible. And I'm working on that now. Yay! Jean says, hey, Chris, did you enjoy the correspondence? And are you happy that it won? Annette says, there are 2 cats in my current book named Patsy Cline and Dolly Purdon, and it tickles me immensely. Okay, that would make me happy, too. That would make me very happy.
There it is.
And Jean says, hello, Molly. Christina says, hi, Angel Dee, Angie, and Jordan. Jean says, our bars are opened long. They watch the replays of the games. I can see that. Christina says, thanks for hosting today. Kelly, Alicia, have a beautiful day. And there are all your reminders. I did go fill up my water. And I've almost drank it all, so I'm going to have to go get more. Make sure to stay hydrated all day today since I do plan on doing the garden tomorrow. And Bookhaga is in. Why, hello. How long do the sprint sessions? They're usually half an hour, but we are done for the day. So we do 3 in the morning, every morning, Monday through Friday. And it starts at 9 a.m. Eastern. So if you want to join us, we would love to have you. So it is our morning routine at this point, and we would love if you would come on over. And Chris said the correspondent was good, Jean, but a bit too precious for my liking. It was a popular choice, which I feel was the point for these judges. Every now and again, they got to do a popular choice. Otherwise, no one's going to pay attention to the awards. So it makes sense. Vanessa, you too, Molly. I couldn't tag for some reason. And Pearl says, thanks for the sprints. Heading out in a few minutes. Have a great couple of days. I will be back on Sunday morning at the latest. Excellent. You have a good time, Pearl. Go enjoy that road trip. Jean said, is voting on Alicia's Discord or Cursed? It's on Alicia's Discord. Because that's on hers, right? On her page. So that we share. So everything isn't just over here. So it is the 100 pages book club voting. And it is under the 100 pages thing, I think, on the channel. Hold on. Let me see. Alicia, there it is. It is showcase cooking. Nope, I'm too far down.
Yeah, it's under polls section 100.
Polls, there it is.
Polls.
It's under polls. Why would you put the poll under polls? I mean, come on, Alicia. Let's think about this logically. Oh, wait.
I was. I was trying to create sections for everything.
No. I was just laughing because I was like, where is it? And it's like under polls. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Ta-da!
Yes, exactly. Let's see. And Chris says, oh, Jean, good luck with the finger. Hello and goodbye to Pearl and Vanessa. Molly says, pasta salad complete. The book, the Beartown, one of the moms made a big thing of pasta salad, a big thing of potato salad. I'm like, I want pasta salad and potato salad. So thanks a lot, Molly. Now I want pasta salad even more. Jean says Canada had soldiers serve in the Boer War. So that's why you studied it. That makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, also you have that, the British connection, right? So, and obviously in America, we were like, no, we were never British. What are you talking about? And Vanessa says that is on Alicia's. Yep. And Molly says, thanks for sprints. And there's the Discord. Thank you. So there's a Discord. Join Discord. Make sure to vote on which book you would like to read next. Because we've already chosen next week. We are going to start A Darker Shade of Magic. And I will not be here. I will be at Sarah's house, my acquisitions editor. So I will be there to start this. So.
You mean I'm going to be all by myself?
I hope not. Like I said, I'm going to bring my laptop. So I should be able to start with you.
Oh, okay.
So.
I mean, I can do it by myself.
I should be fine. I have not streamed. I didn't have success streaming from my laptop, but because I haven't set it up, there's nothing wrong with the laptop. It's brand new. But just hitting a link that you send me, that it's all set up for, right? That's not a problem. I don't have to do anything.
Right.
And Annette says, thank you for sprints today. Always fun and productive time. Yes, except for that first hour. So sorry. We were having a day, man. Jean says, do you have crafty sprints this afternoon, Alicia?
I do not. Next week.
There you go. Next week it is. And Book Hug a thumbs up. And Jean says, technicians are allowed to disclose, but it really depends on the technicians. Oh, I gotcha. Molly says, happy weekend, everyone, including Chris, who is the bestest. Is the bestest? I like that.
Sure.
Molly says, welcome, and Face Off has begun. Jean says, I can't believe you guys have the deal on the list. I mean, why not? We both own it. It's a romance. What's wrong with a contemporary romance, Jean?
And we try to do a variety of books.
Yep. I mean, we can't just be reading fantasy, right? I mean, not that Alicia and I have a huge problem with that, but there are other books. So we're trying to, like she said, a variety.
We never know what you guys are in the mood for.
Right? And it's not fair to put that on right now, though, when all of us really just want to do Crooked Kingdom next. So it's probably not fair anyway. But we made our point. We put a variety on there.
Yep.
I mean, what do you have? A YA dark fantasy, a lit RPG, and a contemporary romance, sports romance, no less. So, I mean, come on. That is varied right there.
Yep.
And Molly says, Kelly, don't look at the DM. I'm going to send you until you have done all your work. Uh-oh.
You just challenged her. She's going to go look at it now. Are you sure you know Kelly very well?
Maybe that was her evil plan all along.
I'm sending you this link, but don't look at it.
Don't look at it.
I can't say anything though, because I've been doing the same thing to Jen with pacing through the pages. Because I send her like little things for the Sarah J. Maas readathon stuff, and I go, "Here, don't look at this, but save
Unless
it
you're
for later." She's probably like, "Oi."
And Jean says, thanks for the sprints. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. And I hope your finger is not broken. And Christina says, wait, why can't we just read fantasy? I mean, you can if that's what you keep voting on.
Yep.
And Jean says, I would like some sci-fi. Well, sadly, here's the problem. Alicia doesn't really have any sci-fi.
I don't. I think the only probably sci-fi I have is maybe Murderbot.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, yeah, that's like, because what we're trying to do is we compared our two piles. That's why you won't see historical fiction either, because she doesn't have historical fiction. So, so we compared our two piles, and then those are the ones we do. So it is the ones we share the most of is fantasy. So it's going to be mostly fantasy. Otherwise, we have, there is some contemporary romance like The Deal that we share. But
I don't even think we have like darker romance, because I have a lot of that too, but I don't
need anything abusive. I'm out. Now, the thing is though, it's hard to tell what it is and what it isn't until you start reading it, because Phantasma is labeled as dark romance, but the background is dark, right? There's horrible things happening to people, but the romance is not dark.
Right.
Do you see what I mean? The romance was beautiful. There was consent everywhere. You know what I mean? So that is my thing. I need the romance to be consensual. I need it to not be creepy. That's what I need. And so I can't tell always with the dark romance how it's going to be. So, and I can't have everyone in it being horrible people. Like I read Magnolia Parks, and that was one of the worst books I've ever read. Like it was, for me, like when I read it, I was like, I understand why people like it. Because there are people that really like that kind of toxic drama, right? There are people that freaking love that shit. I, however, cannot stand it. And so for me, that was awful. So, and a lot of dark fantasy has that kind of dynamic in it. And I'm like, So I try to listen to the reviews. If anyone gives them, they're always like, yeah, that was hot. I'm like, that's not helpful. That told me nothing. So yeah, that's my problem. So I don't have a lot of that. So the most crossover we have is fantasy and contemporary romance. Let's see. And Jean says, can we get access to a list of Alicia's shelves? Why? I think you can skip Daggermouth for the violence. I don't mind violence. I just don't like sexual violence. If I minded violence, I could never read epic fantasy. I mean, there's always war. That is a required trope in epic fantasy. There has to be some kind of war. But if you want to see my shelves, they're on my Goodreads. So if you go to under my shelves, there's a physical TBR folder in my shelves that tells you every physical book I own. And I have an ebook TBR, and that ebook TBR says every ebook I own. And Molly says, I only sent one, Kelly, so you can look at it whenever. Okay. All right. I'll at least go shower and get ready for my meeting at 1 first before I look at it. And Jean says, I don't like violence for the sake of violence. Yeah, that's why. But horror, I like horror if it has something to say. I don't like just... oh my gosh, what's it called?
I don't know. I don't read.
It's got a specific name in it, horror, which is another thing you don't have any of. And I have everything. You name the genre, I've got it.
Listen, I don't watch horror movies, so you won't catch that on my shelves.
I don't like horror movies either, but I like horror books because usually they have a lot to say about society. Except for the one kind of horror I can't think of right now, and that's going to drive me crazy. So I'm going to have to look it up right now. Horror genres.
Like the gory kind.
No, it's got a specific word. And it's not slasher. That's a movie thing. What is it?
Gratuitous.
Body horror. Psh, it's body horror. I hate body horror. It's just gross.
Oh.
So any kind of body horror is just gross. Not going to do it. Can't do it. So that's for me. That's violence for the sake of violence. No body horror. But otherwise, I like horror. Vanessa says, I'm the same about romance. I don't care for DubCon, mainly because most authors don't do it very well. I don't know what DubCon is.
Yeah, what is that?
What's DubCon, Vanessa? It ends up just being super creepy and gross. And Molly says, I hate to tell you this, Kelly. HearKit 3.0 live Q&A is going on right now. Nice. I don't know if I have any questions, though. Vanessa says, gratuitous. Oh, it's gratuitous, is it?
Apparently, DubCon is internet slang for dubious consent.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't like that either. That's why with Phantasma, I mean, there was consent. Even a dude who was trying to come on to the FMC just to like screw with the MMC, even he asked for consent. Like, right. Even being creepy. I was like, I like this. I like this. This I can go for. And Vanessa's like, oh, I love body horror. Oh, there you go. I mean, we have to have differences. There's another one, Vanessa. Yeah, I cannot, no body horror. I don't mind if there's a piece of it because it's really important to the story, but I don't like ones that are just diving in just to be gross, which there's one book I have to read that I have put off for like 5 years. It's an indie author who's a friend of mine, but she really loves body horror. And that's what she writes. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to gel with this or not. Unless it involves eyeballs. Oh, there you go. We're the same again. Can't do eyeballs.
That's why I'm
they do anything with eyeballs. I'm like, nope, tell me when it's over. Tell me when it's over.
That's why I'm kind of leery to read, because I bought it before knowing, and then someone said that Butcher and Blackbird has something with eyeballs. And I was like, man, I don't know if I want to read this now. Something about eyeballs and ice cream. Like two different scenarios, you know, but like I was just like, don't ruin ice cream for me, please.
Nope, not into that. Nope, I would skip that scene. Molly says, I just read Slasher Witch at the water park, and it was so ridiculous to the point of being great. We'll see it being sarcastic. I mean, that's pretty funny. Vanessa says, DubCon can be fun if someone actually understands it, but most authors who write it don't actually understand it because they've never done it in real life. Ah, I gotcha. All right. So that is it for today. I hope everyone has an amazing weekend. Please make sure to go vote on what book we are reading for 100 Pages Book Club next week. And otherwise, we'll see you with Alicia Sprints on Sunday. And if not, I will see you Monday morning for more Morning Time Pirates.
Oh. We now have 14 votes.
Oh.
And it's 8 versus 5.
Uh-oh. Dungeon Crawler Crawl's making a comeback.
And the deal has 1 vote.
Yay! Someone voted for the deal. Good. I didn't want the poor thing to be all by itself. But I want to read Crooked Kingdom, so. Mel's going to be mad that she wasn't here to threaten everyone.
Yep.
Vanessa says, thanks for sprints. Hope everyone has a great Friday. Absolutely. Have a good time at your 1:00 meeting thing.